We now begin our muscle building phase and our muscle building and toning phase for the final phase of our 12-week transformation program. And we start off with our first core exercise, the hanging abdominal knee roll. So we're going to start off here. You want to slide these straps all the way tight to your shoulders, and you're going to start off in a 90-degree position. You're going to roll your knees up, and then slowly come down so your thighs are parallel to the floor. Roll them up without swinging. Come down slow, roll them up. A couple key points is you want to make sure when you're in here, you're retracting your shoulder blades, and you keep the strap up as tight to your armpit as possible to protect your shoulders. You might also need a step to get up into the straps depending on what your gym has available to it. So this is the hanging knee roll up, the first of our ab and core exercises in the muscle development and toning phase here. The second ab exercise we're going to do is the decline sit up with alternating side to side. So Chris is going to start here. He's going to go straight back. And he's going to come up, flex, and rotate, much like the last phase. Nice control going back, coming back, flex and rotate. This decline adds a little bit of more resistance from gravity, a little more challenging. And we don't have a decline bench, but you'll have a decline bench for in your gym where you can actually hook your feet in. Otherwise, if you have a partner, you can do what we're doing here is just prop the bench up and have someone hold the feet. This is the decline sit up, alternating side to side, the second of our ab and core exercise in the muscle development and toning phase in our 12-week transformation. Third exercise in our muscle development and toning program for the 12-week transformation is the standing tubing side bend. You're going to tie a piece of rubber tubing up to some high structure. We use the squat rack in this case. And you're going to have your arms straight up over your head, so your elbows or your arms are up by your ears. Shoulder blades are pulled back in a retracted position. Your feet are shoulder width with a slight bend in the knees and hips. And then you're going to slowly bend towards the squat rack or the object that's holding the bent tubing, then come back out to straight. Using this lateral, the love handle area, or the lateral portion of the abs, come back in and back out straight. Make sure you have tension throughout this movement, so make sure you measure yourself out so that the tubing has tension as you bend in and then bring it back out straight. So this is the standing tubing side bend, the third exercise in our muscle development and toning circuit. Last exercise for the core portion of the muscle development and toning circuit, or toning phase, is the hip and back extension. You're going to keep the back straight, arms across the chest, and you're going to put the pad right on the top of the hips. So Felipe is going to come forward here, keeping everything in line, push up through the hips, come to a nice straight flat position, hold, come down, and this whole time he's maintaining a nice alignment with his head. He's not rounding or overarching the back, and his feet are in good contact with the bottom of the back extension apparatus. Once again, this is the hip and back extension, the fourth exercise in the muscle development and toning phase of the 12-week transformation. Okay, the first strength exercise we're going to do in the muscle development and toning phase is the split squat, or the stationary lunge, some people call it. You're going to start with the stride stance that Chris has right here, shoulders back, good posture, and then he's going to go straight down, keeping the knee above the heel and the ankle, pushing straight up, pushing up through the heel, come straight down, like he's going to touch his back knee, straight up, pushing through the heel. Make sure if you have any knee pain, you move that front foot out a little bit, so just kick your front foot forward. That should alleviate it. So it's basically a one-legged squat, maintaining good posture, push through the heel, the split squat, the first exercise in our strength portion of the muscle development and toning phase. Second exercise in our strength and toning, our muscle development and toning phase is the lat pull down. This is a part of our strength. This is a basic old school strength exercise, but it's usually done improperly. So what we want to do is grab shoulder width on the bar. And our first move is not to bend at the elbows, but to depress our shoulder blades, pull our shoulder blades down. So go ahead and pull your shoulder blades down, and then elbows go into the back pocket. And then come up slow, bring your arms all the way straight, maintaining good posture. And then slide your shoulder blades down there. So you want to pull your shoulder blades down and then follow with your arms, squeezing just like you're trying to put your elbows into your back pocket. Never ever do these behind the neck. It's a bad position to put your neck and shoulders in. That could lead to an injury. This is a safer way to do them, and actually a more effective way to do lat pull downs. So once again, this is lat pull downs, the second exercise in our strength portion of the muscle development and toning phase. The next exercise for the legs that we're going to do is the machine squat. Now you want to pick a machine that allows you to, that does not lock your hips. On this machine we do have a pad, but we're going to keep our hips off the pad. This is the free motion squat. This is the one we choose. And once you get into the squat, this free motion squat, you're going to hit the trigger to get down into it. Okay, once you're into your machine squat, you're going to push up through the heels. And you want to keep your hip off the pad so your hips can flex back. That puts your butt, gets your butt and hips into it more and protects your back. So go ahead and do a few reps for us. Chris, you're going to come down about parallel. So as hips go back, pushing up forward. This is the machine squat. If you do not have a machine accessible or a safe machine, go ahead and climb off there for me, Chris. The alternative to this is just a straight dumbbell squat. I'm going to go ahead and just shoulder width, and we're just going to squat with some dumbbells. And this is an alternative you can also do for this muscle development and toning phase of the 12-week transformation. The next exercise in our muscle development and toning phase of the 12-week transformation is the bench press, one of the kings of the weight room. We're going to set your pinkies on the lines that are located on your Olympic bar. Then once you get it on there, you're going to lift it off and bring it up over your sternum. And then once you've centered the bar over your sternum, you're going to come down only to 90 degrees at your elbows. So you're going to come down to 90 degrees. You don't have to touch your chest. That's an urban myth. And then you're going to bring it straight up, keeping your feet flat on the ground. Keep your abs tight. Coming down 90 degrees, pushing straight up. Your aiming point is your sternum for the bench press. So this is the bench press exercise in the muscle development phase of the 12-week transformation. Next exercise is the Romanian deadlift, or the straight-legged deadlift. We're going to start here with your arms shoulder width, feet shoulder width, dumbbells hanging at the side. You're going to bend at the hips, stick your butt out, keep the dumbbells tight to your body. You're going to push up, pull your hips forward. You want to bend, keep your knees slightly bent. You're going to bend at the hips, forward, lean forward, keep the dumbbells tight, keeping your back straight, coming up, pulling through the hips, extending forward. Make sure you do not round your back. You come down nice and slow. When you feel a pull in the back of your legs, that's when you want to come back up. And you really want to emphasize using your hips on this. This should train your butt, your hamstrings, and your low back. Once again, the Romanian deadlift in the muscle development and toning phase of the 12-week transformation. Next exercise in the muscle development and toning phase is a straight overhead shoulder press using a bench. We want to angle the bench back a little bit to keep pressure off the spine. We're going to start at 90 degrees. We're going to press straight up. Extend the elbows. You're going to come back down slowly to 90 degrees. Pinch your shoulder blades. Create a shelf. 90 degrees back up. And down. Just a nice, easy tempo coming down under control. Stopping at 90 degrees. Pressing straight up. This is the seated shoulder press in the muscle development and toning phase of the 12-week transformation. The next exercise we're going to do is to train the back of the shoulders in the muscle development and toning phase of the 12-week transformation. We're going to start laying your side, knees flexed at 90, head supported by your arm or a pillow or some kind of mat. You can start here perpendicular to the floor. You're going to come down slow with the dumbbell. Stop it upward, parallel to the ground, and you're going to bring it back up using the back of your shoulder. Back up to a perpendicular position, coming down slow under control. Back up once you get to the bottom. And you want to make sure you don't pitch off the front. You always want to feel tension in the back of the shoulder. This is the sideline rear delt raise in the 12-week transformation phase in the muscle development and toning phase. Next exercise is the single leg calf raise in the muscle development and toning phase. You're going to find a step or an edge of a staircase. Put your foot down. You're going to put the dumbbell on the same side as the working calf. You want something to kind of grab onto to hold your balance, and you're going to raise up onto the ball of your foot, hold. Drop your heel slow without bending your knee. Come back up to the ball of the foot, hold. Drop it slow without bending the knee. This is to train the calves. You're going to do a set on each side. And once again, this is a single leg calf raise in the muscle development and toning phase of the 12-week transformation. Next exercise in the strength and toning phase, or the muscle development and toning phase, is the easy bar bicep curl. You're going to start with a good posture, shoulder blades back, head straight, knees and hips slightly bent. You're going to draw your abs in, curl the bar up like you're touching your form of your bicep. Keep your wrists neutral and straight without rolling them. Come down slow, under control. Straighten your elbows out all the way without losing your posture. Lock your abs, come up, curl it. Maintaining good posture, maintaining a little bend in the lower body. The easy curl bar weighs 20 pounds, just for your information. This is the easy bar standing curl in the muscle development and toning phase of the 12-week transformation. This is the standing tricep extension, or the push down. Some people like to call it, for the strength phase of the muscle development and toning phase of our 12-week transformation. You're going to start here with your elbows tight to your side, good posture. Chris is going to just bend his forearms up to 90 degrees, maintaining his posture. Push down straight. Once you hit 90 degrees, extend, squeeze the triceps. Maintaining good posture, shoulders back, shoulder blades retracted. Push down, extend straight, squeezing those triceps. Once again, this is the tricep push down, or the tricep extension on the cable for the strength portion of the muscle development and toning phase of the 12-week transformation. This is the lateral raise for the shoulders, for the lateral part of the deltoids, for the strength portion of the slight bend in the knees and hips like our other standing exercises. You're going to lift from the back of the shoulders, keeping your head straight. Shoulder height no higher, and then slowly lower down to your hips. At your hips, you're going to come back up, raise up, shoulder height, maintain your straight head, no shrugging the shoulders, come back down slow. Maintaining that neutral spine, maintaining good posture. Once again, this is the lateral raise, the strength portion of the muscle development and toning